And so, but at the same time, I would listen to like these like little motivational videos and stuff sometimes while I was working out. And this day, I happened to be listening to this one. It was Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is giving this speech on this video while I'm in the freaking working out. Freaking, you know, in the garage, sitting on my fucking bench, just thinking like, fuck, man. What am I gonna do? Like, this is what's all the thoughts that were going through my head, all these doubts. And like, I'm hearing him talk, and he's talking about this story, and he's talking about Cortez when they went to fight, and I can't remember exactly where it was, right? But they went to fight, and Cortez brings the boats in with all of his men, and he fucking makes landfall, and he orders his soldiers to burn the fucking boats, right? And I think back about it now, and it's like, sounds like the craziest fucking thing, to be honest, because it was like the perfect thing that I could have been listening to that night. And he's like, they went to the island, they turned around, they burnt the fucking boats. He was like, we're not leaving. We're fucking here, we're fighting, and we're gonna fucking win, right? That's the mindset. It's either we win or we're fucking gonna die because we don't have any boats. We ain't leaving here. And, like, it hit me in that moment. Like, I need to burn the fucking boats. I need to burn the boats. There's no going back. Like, I need to focus completely on this, go completely into this. And, that was the decision I made. I was like, I need to do everything I can at this moment to really figure this out. And, like, I just had this belief that if I did that, like, shit would work out. And so,
some prey there.
100%. I kept streaming. Was making, like, as many YouTube videos, as many guys as I possibly could. Was putting out, like, a YouTube video every single day as well. I'd get done with the stream. I'd cut it up, put it out onto YouTube. I'd use the feature right in Twitch where you just cut it up, set it into YouTube. I'd, like, edit over on YouTube and put it up after the streams. Kept streaming. And I was like, no, eventually, something's going to come. Like, an opportunity's going to be here. And just kept focusing on trying to get better as a streamer. Kept focusing on trying to get better as a Battle Royale player. Because then what happened was finally the Battle Royale came back and they had, like, fixed a lot of it. You could actually play the fucking game. And then what started happening, it was like there was always all these rumors that eventually PlayerUnknown, who made the Battle Royale mod, was going to make a... he was going to make a standalone game. And this was like a rumor that would always go through the Battle Royale community. It's like, one day PlayerUnknown's going to make this this game. But, you know, I had been playing for like a year and a half at that point. And there was never any game. But what happened, boom, one day after the stream, I get this message. Hey, Viss, you know, you've been part of the Arma community for a long time. You've been helping us. I would try to help the community, like, test different things in the mod to try to get the game working and whatnot. And they're like, hey, PlayerUnknown's actually making the standalone game. And it's, like, in alpha build. And we want you to test it. And I was like, holy shit. This is fucking huge is what I was thinking. Like, this could be it. This could be the thing I'm waiting for. Right? Is what went through my head. Ooh. That was way closer than I thought it was. So, this alpha test happens, right? And I got the highest hopes. I'm like, holy shit. This could be the thing, man. This could be it. We get into this alpha build.
1 minute and the rings
and playing it, and I'm like, holy shit. This game fucking sucks. It's terrible, bro. It's terrible. I can't believe how bad it is, man. It was so freaking bad. It was so bad. We were playing it, and man, it was like so early on in the game. They had like so few things. The recoil was terrible. Like all these, it was so bad. It was so damn bad, man. And I like lost all hope in it, to be honest. I lost all hope in it. But then eventually another alpha test happens. Okay, we play that. It got a little better. It was still bad though. It was terrible. And then eventually a little more time goes on. It's that beta, like the first ever like behind the scenes beta test, and we start playing. I'm like, wait, this game got a lot better from like last time we played it. A lot better. Like maybe actually they're gonna be able to pull this off. And so then what happened was I would like spend as much time in the beta and the alpha as we could each time practicing.
For a better angle.
And then it was going to be the open beta. This was the first time that like anybody could have got into it.
Pray over here. They look soft.
One night I was playing with Halifax. We were actually playing. We were playing in the closed beta or something, and it was very few people that are playing in it. And me and him started talking, and he was saying that he really wanted to put a lot of time into the game and whatnot. I'm like, dude, same here. You know what? Like, this is gonna come out, and like they had talked about how they're gonna have leaderboards in this. I'm like, dude, let's grind for the number 1, number 2 spot on the leaderboard from like the very beginning when it comes out. So me and him put in all this time in the beta, and then when the game finally launched and the leaderboards came out, we started grinding on the leaderboards, and we had like built up all of our skills and knew everything about Battle Royale, so we were doing like really fucking good in the early days. As we're playing through. And then what happened was the other biggest streamers on Twitch at the time, Summit, Sacriel, Lyric, tons of others, were all like, hey, they were all also trying to play duos and get to the top of the leaderboards. So what ended up happening, me and Halifax are going against all these other people. I was like, we're starting to slowly climb our way up the leaderboard. We had started like a little bit later some reason that day. I can't remember why, because a lot of people got ahead of us. Like I remember Summit was ahead of us, Lurk was ahead of us, Sack was ahead of us, like all these people were ahead of us. And we started playing later, and we started catching all of them. Like slowly going up the leaderboards.
Give my shield to recharge.
And like we got to the end of the first day, and we got to number 1 and number 2. Like we went the whole freaking day through, played like till late, and we got all the way up to number 1, number 2. We won so many fucking games. Me and Hallie in the early days of PUBG, we won like 15, 16 games in a day. Like we wouldn't fucking lose. And, you know, it was crazy because, you know, as we had, like, started climbing, and some people were coming to check out the channel, and I had got up to the point, I think we were, like, 400, 500 viewers, which was nuts for my channel, because that was, like, the most I had ever gotten up to, other than one time I played an Arma 3 BR tournament. It had got up to that amount. And so I was like, wow, this is crazy. I'm like, Hallie, going to bed. I'll be up in, like, 7 hours. We're going to go again tomorrow. Let's keep going on this. Wake up. Go to bed. Wake up the next day, 7 hours later, get online, start the stream. About 2 minutes into the stream starting, I look over at my fucking stream, the amount of viewers in there, and it was at like 700, and I just started the stream like 2 minutes ago, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I'm like, that's insane, like 700 people. I thought there was a bug on Twitch. I thought like Twitch was broken. I literally was like, there's something wrong with Twitch. 700 people. And then the intro would go for like 10 minutes. So like 5 minutes comes around, and it's like, there was like 3,000, 4,000 people in like 5 minutes. And then I was just like watching this, and I'm like, there's no way this is like actually a thing. Like something's gotta be like wrong. But then there's like just all these people talking in the fucking chat. It's like going crazy. It got up to like 8,000 people before I even fucking went live in like 10 minutes. And I was just like, holy shit. I had like no idea what had happened, to be honest. I start off, start the stream. I like start talking. I kind of asked, like, you know, there's a ton of people in here. It's like, how did you guys hear about this? And like, oh, well, we seen that you were on the top of the leaderboard, and you know, fucking all these other streamers we wanted to come and check you out. Basically, is what everybody said. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I'm like, all right, let's do this. It's the moment we've been waiting for, been preparing for, and I was like trying to help people learn how to play and talk them through. And while we're playing, me and Hallie are still racking up wins. We're like racking up like 15 damn wins in a day, win after win after win. And what's happened, Summit started playing at the exact same time, and like me and him were going against each other back and forth, like taking the number 1 spot. So people were like bouncing in between streams. And every person that was a moderator for my channel at the time was losing their fucking mind, because the most we had ever had in the channel up to that point was like 250 people on average, right? And then it's like, what happened It started off like 7,000, 8,000. As this time went on, it got more and more and more. It got to 20,000 people. 20,000 people. Imagine going from the most that ever watched you, 250 people, to all of a sudden there's 20,000 people. My moderators were losing their mind. We had to like put it in slow mode, do everything. People were getting pissed. There's all sorts of shit going on. Oh, it's like, guys, I'm sorry, you know? It's the first time we've ever had something like this. But that continued for like a month. It was like a month straight where me and Summit were going back and forth leaderboard. And just tons and tons of people in watching the channel. And it was the craziest thing because I got off that first day when that happened. I remember like it was yesterday. I had 13,000 followers on Twitch over streaming for like a year and like 8 months or something. Right? It was like a year and however long I had been streaming. Like it was like a year and 8 months. I had got up to 13,000 followers over that time. I got off the stream and I had like 30,000 followers.
Give me a sec.
And I was like, no way. It took me a year and 8 months to get to 13,000 followers, and in fucking one day, I more than doubled it. Then after that, what started happening is, like, Callie, me, we were playing for different people and whatnot. I started playing with Smack. He had been playing with Summit for a long time, so, like, me and Smack ended up linking up. And we were playing together then, and we kept that #1 and #2 spot on the leaderboard. Me and Smack got it. And then eventually I went for #1 in solos. And then after that, we had done that. One day, Lena, who used to work for TSM, comes into the channel, listens in the chat, and was like, hey, I sent you an email. I was like, okay. I didn't really know that much about Lena at the time. She's like, I work with TSM, and I sent you an email. So I got off stream that day and checked my email. And that's when TSM reached out and they're like, we want to sign you and Smack as the first PUBG duo. Because it was duos back then for all the tournaments. We want to sign you and Smack as the first ever duo. And we got like, I had offers up to that point from like other teams and whatnot. We were thinking about joining a different team, and then TSM signed us. Or TSM reached out to us, and we're like, me and him were talking. We're like, this is the one. We're joining TSM, bro. Then that happened, and then shortly after that, that's when I met Doc. And me and Doc started playing together. And the whole channel just continued to blow up for like the first 6 months of playing PUBG. That's the story. Obviously, there's been a lot of things since then, but that's the origin story. For who asked. Break! My man, Break. What's up, Break? Your channel really blew up when you started playing with Break. Hey, man. All of our channels blew up when we started playing together. The best fucking PUBG team of all time. Break, 82 months. They were all me on different accounts. That's what it was. Aries, appreciate the 58 months, man. Beardby Girl, appreciate the 10 months. Cosmaniac, thanks to the 24. Xavier, the Prime sub. And yo, Bad Dreams, appreciate the Prime as well. Yo, can we get a welcome in the chat for Xavier and Bad Dreams joining the pack subs? Last Regen, thanks to the 2 months in the Prime sub. Do you still shop at Costco? I don't shop at Costco. And you want to know something funny, too, about Costco? When I put in my 2 weeks and I left, my final day, people were asking, finally, they were asking, what are you going to do? And I told them, I was like, I've been streaming. I had started the stream, and, like, I'm going to fully go for that, right? Some people look at you like, what the hell? This guy's a fucking weirdo. Other people are like, yo, that's awesome, right? Some people, they had no clue what Twitch was back then because, I mean, it was still like 2016 around that time. But my one manager, he asked what I was going to be doing. I told him, and he fucking laughed at me. He fucking laughed at me. The merch is up on the shop, along with the way better t-shirts. If you need to let them know that you're just simply way better out here, boom, got those up there. We got shirts, we got hoodies, we got hats, we got everything. All right, there's literally everything on the shop.